Okay, welcome back to my channel, Marta's Planning Mess. I just realized that I think I had videoed this, but I forgot to post it. This is going to be a flip through of my 2024 Hobonichi Couson Techo July through December, which is when I first started using Hobonichi planners. So this is just going to be a quick flip through. You can go back on my channel and see more details of how and why I made planning decisions the way I did. We're just going to kind of flip through and give you an idea how I use the pages. So just for the front cover, I have this inside of some clear covers I got off of Amazon. They're not the, I think, Midori, which is what a lot of people recommend. They're not the greatest quality, but they came in a pack of 10. So as they tended to wear out, I would just change it. I think this is the third one that I got it in my 6 months of planning in it. I've got a little clear pocket in here that I used to store some stuff. These are these little, they're see-through Post-its. A laundry schedule, which I somewhat used. I use this section here to keep track of pay dates. My husband gets paid once a month on the 15th. And so as that money comes in, it goes to different places. And so it just helps me to keep track. The one account I keep track of my weekly spending in. And so some months that means we have 4 weeks for that paycheck, and some months we have 5 weeks. And so it just kind of helps me figure out how to budget for those times. Okay, this is the yearly section, which is, I started setting it up just with kind of like highlights of what my actual monthly calendar was. I had done that for the whole year, which I liked because I am more of an academic. I came from an academic planner background where you're July to June. And so this gave me a way to get the whole school year's activities in there. Normally a Hobonichi Couson, a regular one, will start January and it will go to December. But because this is the avec, they gave you 6 months beyond the end of the year. But as I was going through and watching videos and seeing how other people did it, I decided for the last 3 months to use this as a habit tracker. And so it's not habits, it's actually health symptoms tracker. And so I have those written out here and a little key to how intense the symptom was. And so then I just mark those in there, and I have another little key here to help with some of the symbolism. And then here is a average sleep for all 6 months that I logged here. So I got that information from my watch. So that's what I use this for. I didn't mess with this. It was just there as I pretty much didn't use it, I'll be honest. Okay, here's my June calendar. I got this, I ordered this the first day of June, so it came about 10 days later. And so I was able to fill this stuff in and use that. Here is my first monthly spread. And as you can see, I got the Coffee Monster Co. Monthly stickers, and so I used that to kind of dress this up a little bit. But I had previously, I got those maybe in September or October, I can't remember, using some markers to put the months in bigger because it comes very small, especially if you get a Japanese version, which all the AVEX are Japanese. They like their teeny, teeny, tiny fonts. And so for me, I'm used to seeing it in big, bold letters, and this just made it easier to kind of keep track of which month I was flipping to, because I did not put any monthly tabs in this one. Okay, they also give you January, and then they give you a blanks. Oh no, they don't. Go to January, and then we get to the weekly section. So you can see I'm just using this to time block my days, and then I marked in this is my sleep, so you can see like how much I was sleeping, and these different colors are from my watch data, which was telling me if I was in awake or REM sleep or whatever. So it was fun to track that, and then I also tracked weather up here at the top. So that was really fun, and this was a vacation, so that was fun to kind of keep track of where we were. We saw 18 different national parks over 4 weeks, so that was really fun to see. Okay, and then we're back here. School started right when we got back from our vacation, and you can see there's not too much creative stuff going on here with how I'm planning. So we'll just keep going through. I started using some washi tape at this point to just dress it up a little bit, which meant I had to kind of shove down my weather stuff, but that was okay because it's during those early morning hours where I wasn't really planning much of anything. Started using some more stickers and things, started doing, tracking some things in the sidebar, which was really fun. So my life is, I do a lot of volunteer work at my kids' school, and so every day can be different. So this section, blocking off what's going on each day, is important because every week is different, every day is different. So finishing up December here, and this week I could have done in here, but I went ahead and moved into my 2025 planner, so I left that one blank. This was a blank spread that I turned into a February because I wanted the beginning of the year to be able to see all of my rest of the academic year. So in the back, you'll see some more pages as we get to them. Here's my daily section. Started off putting in some yearly Sudoku that I had. I kind of gave up on that very quickly. Doing a lot of decorating, putting in trying to keep track of the pictures that I took during the year. So it really got to be more memory keeping, especially because, it all started off with the plans my sister had made for our trip. And so she had made this lovely document. I printed it out, cut it up, stuck it in there, and then just kind of tried to track our trip. And then, of course, my Facebook posts about that. Didn't get all the pictures in. It's just like a screenshot of what my Facebook post looked like. This was a memorable day where we were in Death Valley and my hybrid car system stopped working and we had to limp out of there at like 30 miles an hour. Very memorable. Okay, more beautiful things that we saw. Redwoods were so amazing. Gentle giants. And that's still the trip. Lots of fun things that we did there. My husband joined us at this point. My sister left, and so we had a little bit of family time. And then we went to a youth Pathfinder retreat, camping, crazy weather. It was cold when it was supposed to be boiling hot. We were trying to make do with not having brought stuff for cold weather, traveling home and trying to cook on the way, jumping back into school. Memories, saying goodbye to my oldest as she went away to boarding school, dropping her off. And then just going through, I started keeping, I downloaded Audible and started making these little book reviews for all the things I was listening to with all of my drives. This is how I kind of organized my days by categories of things I needed to do for my to-do list. And that worked very well until I got to the point where I wanted to start journaling, which I think happens at the end of this month. But I do like how this looks, but I never filled it up. Never filled up the space. Here's where my 2025 stuff arrived from Hobonichi. That was super exciting. Okay. Keep going along. You can see like some days I just hardly even used those spaces, even though they were laid out and planned out for me. And then here's some notes I took at a meeting. And more books I'm listening to, different pictures from my daughter's school. Every time I could get something. This is when we had this epic flood, Hurricane Helene. Our area got ravaged anywhere near the river. Things just got washed away, but thankfully our dam held, and that was just amazing. Spent lots of time handing out water and doing community service. And then we get to October. And I'm getting more and more. I'm now intentionally taking more pictures to fill up and decorate in here. My daughter's school parent weekend. My other daughter's going on a history trip. Got to see the Northern Lights here in Tennessee. That was awesome. Different things I found interesting. And this is where I'm starting to journal. In fact, this parent weekend was significant. And so at my daughter's school, so that got me doing a lot of journaling. And so then trying to figure out how to fit in my to-do lists and the journaling and all of that. And eventually I moved my to-do lists into a different book, just so I have room to do the journaling. This was an academy day, so I got to visit my younger daughter, some artwork that I did, portfolio that I was uploading, More books to read, beautiful fall colors, memories, starting to keep track of blood pressure. Journaling's becoming a little more of a priority. Keeping track of media logs became important. Yeah, just keep on going. You can see my to-dos are getting smaller and my journaling is getting a bit more. And just really trying to commit to getting that journaling done every day. So I'm kind of checking in. Grandparents' Day. My daughter was exhausted after that. More journaling, pictures. Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And we're just kind of going through more books. Finally finished Sherlock Holmes. That took me a long time. And then Christmas concert. It's at both my daughter's schools. My printer wasn't printing very well. Lots of things to do. Almost finished here. We're getting to week 25, Christmas Day. We went and participated in a Messiah sing-along. That was so fun. Cleaning out the basement. New Year's Eve party. Look at that. We had one of those amazing bring a board parties, like charcuterie board kind of things. It was awesome. Way too much food. Okay, here's some blank pages in the back. So I did March, and then I did April, and then I did May on a half page, and June on another half page. I just kind of, this was a place for graph paper. I just whited out what would get in the way and put that in there. Here's some pen tests for some markers that I have. They're, I had these before I learned about the ones that everyone else uses, so I've been using them. They work great in here. Some notes. I tore out a lot of these pages or glued them together. They're all in Japanese. It's not helpful to me. Did keep track of some gifts. Didn't keep track of addresses. Come on, our phones keep track of those. Passwords, don't worry, I'm not giving you my password. These are all in code and you would never know what that meant. And then just some fun things throughout the year. So I hope that was fun to look through. It was neat to fill out a book. I'm going to love just pulling this out and using this as a memory keeping book and looking through my journal and my memory keeping. But for moving forward, I'm going to just memory keep in a separate book where I journal, because memory keeping is something you want to show other people, and sometimes you're journaling, you don't. So I'm going to keep the journal in a different book, but I am still committed to journaling every day and want to keep up that habit. It's good for my mental health. Hope you all have a wonderful day.